This is my cat. His name is Sputnik. He lives inside our house. He is a cloud. Right, Sputnik?
Cloud cat.
Where's the good light?
That looks great. Stellar.
Okay, this
Good
is
job.
the end of the day, end of my bulk. This is the heaviest I've ever been. I weigh myself at night because I'm motivated by the scale being heavier. There, 260.
Point one.
All right, we're gonna go over some of the things I've learned with this bulk, which is different from all my other ones. This is my most successful and comfortable one. And I'm gonna chase my cat now. Where is he?
It's Sputnik. Hello.
Yeah, hey.
Yes.
Want to do a cat transition?
Okay.
All right, let's go. Wow. This is a different cat. You are not the same as the other cat. Here, you go. See you later. You have to eat more than what you're feeding yourself in order to gain size.
More.
We're gonna start with the diet itself when we're talking about bulking, right? Because it probably makes sense. We need to find a whiteboard. All right, we got a whiteboard. Ah, where's the eraser? Give me the eraser.
I don't have the eraser.
You didn't bring the eraser up here? Damn, dude. Get out of here. Yeah, it's always going to be there. People are always going to talk about GoMad when you're talking about bulking because everyone's a noob. So I've done GoMad once. It did make me fat. It did make me a little stronger. I did do it for a little while. I would never do it again. I did it for 2 months straight. I have a picture where I saved every single one of the caps on a gallon milks things. I saved them. They all rotted because they had some remnants of milk on them. So I had a whole collection of red caps to motivate me to continue GoMadding my way to being fatter and fatter during a time when I shouldn't have been fat. This really bothers me that I can't. All right, so let me give you some real things that you probably haven't had anyone tell you that actually makes sense when it comes to bulking.
Eat more.
You can't have a 155 bench press as your max and go to a 355 pound bench press straight progress day after day. It's not gonna happen, okay? You're gonna do this over time. You know, it's gonna be like this. That's good news. For most people, it's gonna look more like this. I hurt myself, okay, getting back to the gym. Oh, no, do it again. One day, 315 pound bench press or whatever. It's gonna be the same thing for bulking. You can't go from 155 pound body weight to a 350 pound body weight, straight linear progress. Your bulking doesn't work that way, okay? You have plateaus, you have peaks, you have valleys, you have deloads, you have shock weeks, you have all those things. Training is the same way. You don't just train harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. You take off weeks, you program, you periodize. You have all these things that go on, and you control a lot of them the best you can if you're good. You learn to control them over time. It's the same way with bulking, all right?
I thought you were getting rid of that.
Ah! What did I do? Because the more I rub them, the bigger they seem to get. Yep.
Uh-huh.
All right, one of my favorite quotes about bulking from Stan Efferding is, however much food that you can eat that makes you full, that's your max. Force feeding is kind of like loading more weight on a deadlift bar than you can deadlift and continually failing it over and over again. Pretty much nobody trains that way because it just doesn't work. You don't, if your max deadlift is around 500 pounds, you don't throw 700 pounds on the bar and just yank it over and over again and get nowhere, right? That's force feeding to a certain extent. And when you watch these Brian Shaw videos where the guy eats 10,000 calories,
Would have about that much.
you can't just jump on a 10,000 calorie diet and be like him, all right? If 3,000 calories is your max, then to progressively overload to get to 10,000 calories one day, you're probably gonna have to start with about 3,300 calories or 3,600 calories, which means it leads me to my next point, which is, but this whiteboard is really not getting any good use. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm eating. In the late words of the great Rich Piana,
Real food.
my diet is basically just a lot of meat, a lot of rice and potatoes, and some vegetables.
Real food is the best possible thing you can put in your body.
And if you want to see my full day of eating, you can go watch the diet swap video I did with my dad. every one of my meals. You can watch him try to eat those meals. It's pretty funny. It's a good video. It's a really good video. It's really funny. And there's a lot of truth in the video that shows you what a lot of people are doing wrong when they're trying to gain weight or lose weight. People are always arguing about like clean versus dirty, bulking. And what is this black and white mentality? You know what I mean? Like, why does it have to be one extreme or the other? Why can't you have a good clean diet composed of, you know, healthy things, oats, rice, potatoes, vegetables, sprouts, tomatoes, you know, healthy meats, all that stuff, and then throw on your Ben and Jerry's on top of it. Throw on a Cinnabon. That does not look appetizing the second day.
Yeah.
That looks,
No.
we might want to do something. We're gonna have to figure out a way to reheat that. It's about staying mostly clean and adding in the dirty when necessary. There's some cool information about this J.M. Blakely diet.
A large pizza, and then you had to put olive oil on the pizza. The pizza was supposed to be put on the coffee table in front of me. You had to look at the pizza. That is what's keeping me from my goal.
YouTube that. It's really funny, actually. But the J.M. Blakely diet is a very uncomfortable, force-feeding style of diet, but it's only for 2 weeks, right? So even he'll say that it's just to get you a shock, to jump you up past the plateau. So I've had to do that during my bulking. You can look at my weight chart here. It's going across the screen. You can see that it hasn't been straight since November. It's had its peaks, it has its valleys. There's stressful periods, quote unquote injuries, you know, I would say, in terms of my bulking progress. But ultimately, I got past a plateau I've never reached before, which is 250 pounds. I always got stuck there. It was always hard. Now I'm sitting above it very comfortably, and I haven't really had to force feed. I basically eat my clean diet, and then I just add in some crap at the end of the day, or quote unquote crap. But there's some other things I had to solve, and one of those is my sleep. All right, so you didn't expect to find sleep in this video, did you? Let me go show you something that I haven't shared with anyone. It's one of my secrets. It's in the bedroom.
We're in darkness.
Welcome to my bedroom. It has poor lighting on purpose, so bad for video is good for sleeping. You don't want good lighting in a room that you sleep in. You want really crappy lighting so you can't see. So this is my CPAP machine.
Wow.
Wow. Originally I went to the sleep doctor because I was just kind of curious to see if I could, you know, enhance my sleep better. And I was diagnosed with moderate to severe sleep apnea.
You were experiencing some symptoms of daytime sleepiness.
Mm-hmm.
You were waking up frequently.
I was waking up about 4 to 7 times a night.
You were a thrasher.
I was thrashing in my sleep. So do I still thrash in my sleep, Sam?
No.
I don't? Mm-mm. Okay, so I was thrashing in my sleep. I was getting up to pee about 4 to 7 times a night. And I thought I was getting up to pee, but actually I was just waking up because I wasn't breathing, and then I'd go pee. So the doctor told me that my neck measurement is almost 18 inches. And he said anything over 17 inches, because I'm bigger, I got more mass up here. I've built up more mass over time, is putting you at risk for sleep apnea. Also, my brother and my mom are using CPAP, so it runs in my family. I got a CPAP and I sleep with it at night. And after about 4 days, I felt like a new person. I don't yawn as much during the day. I have more energy, which means I can train harder. My appetite's better. I mean, all this stuff is related to good sleep. Right, Sputnik?
Hi.
Sputnik?
Sputnik.
The cats do not sleep in the room with us at night. That is it's a very bad idea to have cats sleep with you at night. Would you agree, Sam?
Yes. Okay. So your health has benefited a lot from having the CPAP, right?
My blood work looks a lot better. I have more energy. I don't have as much daytime drowsiness, and there's a lot of cool benefits to a ouch! If you're a larger person or you're plateauing on your bulk, then maybe you should check out your sleep quality if you're just a larger person. Don't neglect your sleep health. There's a lot of cool things with a CPAP machine that were benefits that I didn't know. One of them is that when you have a CPAP on, you can't smell farts, which is really cool.
No covered wagon.
No covered wagon. Another one is that I sometimes like to bury my head in pillows and have like a little air hole to breathe out of when I nap or sleep. And with the CPAP, you can just completely bury yourself in pillows because you got a hose of air going to you.
I have a question for you.
That's the question.
So why would you want to bulk so much that you require a CPAP?
crinkle That's air. That's gains. You hear that? That's gains. That's oxygen being forced into my body by a machine.
Okay.
This is why I can't breathe at night. All this is sitting here restricting this little path. It doesn't get bigger, but everything else around it does.
You might have a problem if.
Before we get into talking about training, I want to show you something that I've been taking that I'm very happy with. It is Seed. Seed is a daily probiotic plus prebiotic formula, symbiotic. It is the first in a pipeline of clinically studied next generation products. 24 strains in it. You know what it is these little green capsules. And they're actually special capsules because they're 2-in-1 capsule technology, so it's like a capsule in a capsule. So there's actually a capsule inside of another capsule.
Whoa.
Is it in focus?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Seed as a daily symbiotic supports healthy motility, healthy gut function, and overall systematic health. And you can save 15% on your first month supply of Seed's daily symbiotic by using code Juji, link in the description below. They're also all about sustainability, and there's all this cool information that goes with it. Again, use code Juji at checkout. And there we go. That is Seed. Let's talk about training now for bulking. Okay, so what we're gonna do is make my digestion elixir. It's not mine, it's Dorian Hamilton's. He invented this, so you're gonna take...
What is this?
It's like a serving of cranberry juice, a tablespoon or 2 of pure lemon juice, a tablespoon or 2 if you are really like into burning stuff in your throat, then some apple cider vinegar. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take all of this before you even start eating one of your meals. This is not one of your meals, this is one of my meals. All right, this is 400 grams of rice with 6 ounces of elk and a tomato.
Solid food.
That's good. The pre-ritual chugging.
It's no problem. So I'll do that before my 4th and my 6th meal.
6 to 10 meals a day. 6 to 10 meals a day. 6 to 10 meals a day.
And it enhances digestion.
Why do you do that in the evening?
I do in the evening instead of the morning because when I wake up I'm hungry, and usually the first few meals of the day just like they go right through me. Like my body just destroys them. It just absorbs them. And I train right after that and I'm good. But during the later half of the day, my body's like, okay, I'm pretty good, but I'm trying to gain weight, right? So I need to assist my digestion. So I have to train my digestive system. Part of that is assisting it. So this is what this digestion formula is for, as well as my meals are very simple. So I have a philosophy about this. Ever since I stopped, dirty bulking, like the problem with it is you're putting a lot of things in your body that you don't know. There's a lot of ingredients lists. There's a lot of things that bog you down and bind you up and fill you up unnecessarily. And if you just keep it like simple, like rice, meat, and vegetable, you'll actually kind of really know where your appetite is at any given time, and then you can add that other stuff back on top of it later. So
Would you say it's easier for meal prep?
it is very, very much easier for meal prep and easier to continually getting the calories in. That's a good point, Sam.
And easier to track.
Easier to track too. You can't have a bulking video without watching me eat, Any given time during the day, if you don't have food in your mouth, you at least need to know when food is going back in your mouth later.
I'm gonna eat every 2.5 to 3 hours.
Right?
Well, you're eating, 6 meals a day now?
6, not including my workout shakes, so it's 7. My workout shake is like 400 calories.
Yeah.
Can I just talk with my mouth full the rest of this video?
No.
No? Would you guys like and subscribe to my channel? Be sure to hit the notification bell thing. Look at my shoulders.
9K?
I have authority. I have authority, right? Because my shoulders are big.
Sure.
You listen to what I say about bulking. Think about your digestive system again as analogous to the rest of your body, right? So we train your muscles really hard one day. You need to recover, right? So what do you do in recovery? You don't train them, again, you rest and then you can train harder next time, right? Digestive system works the same way for me. It has worked the same way. So on my off days, I would eat less at the beginning of the day, give my digestive system a break. Some people like to fast, some people do intermittent fasting. If you're trying to gain weight, doing intermittent fasting every day of the week is a bad idea in my opinion, but including some fasts strategically. So for me, a fast would just be cutting my calories down by about 1,000 calories, you know, for the first part of the day to get the digestive system a break, and then have all of them at the end of the day.
How many calories are you getting in a day on average right now?
6,000, around 6,000 calories a day, almost 400 grams of protein, almost 1,000 grams of carbs, and I forgot how many fat. But I didn't get to that point by just jumping to it. I had to work towards it. I had to increase the calories over time, over 6 months. So let's talk about how I did that. This is about training the body to turn matter into mass. How do we do that? We watch podcasts about people who know how to do this better than we do.
People don't even understand the reason you go to the gym is to create a need for food. The goal of bodybuilding is how much food can you utilize and transform into tissue. The answer is eat more, do more cardio, lift heavier and harder. That is bodybuilding training.
I really like what Evan Santopani said there. Yes, thanks. Please take that away from me. And as Stan Efferding is a big proponent of 10-minute walks after meals to help enhance the digestion of the meal, kickstart it, it really works. So walking for 10 minutes after a meal, cardio here and there for 5 to 10 minutes throughout the day, it really helps kickstart the digestive system. Because when I'm talking about training for bulking, I'm talking about training your digestive system to turn matter into mass. And so you just need little, frequent spikes of activity throughout the day just to kind of get your heart rate up and to kickstart the digestive system and turn those meals into what you want them to become, which is muscle.
Don't you gain some fat during the bulk too, especially once you reach a certain elite level of athleticism?
Yeah, you can't gain mass without gaining some fat. You should never. When people are like, "Oh, beginners can do it," no, you really shouldn't even think that you can get away with it, or that you should even try to get away with it. 1 pound of muscle for even 3 pounds of fat, that would be like, wow, that's amazing. That's such a good thing. If you gain like 5 to 7 pounds of muscle, you gain 20 pounds total. 5 or 7 pounds of that is muscle and stuff. Cardio is not good for your brain or your thinking.
I don't know why we decided to do this right after.
Didn't we already do a video about me breathing really heavy and you interrogating me? It's hard. I don't know.
Do you want to go back to that?
No, I don't. Let's go downstairs.
Okay.
Oh, we have an empty whiteboard. Should we fill it up?
Yes.
We should fill it up? No, we shouldn't. We're just gonna leave it blank. So I'm gonna give you guys a summary of this video right now, going across the screen and scrolling text across my face right now. If you guys have any questions about anything that I've shared with you here, because I feel like these things have really helped me out. They were hard-earned nuggets of wisdom for me. Yeah, just comment below, let me know, and I'll get to them. Sam, do you have any things that you would like to add to this video?
No, I don't.
You don't? Okay. Well then, if that's all we're going to talk about now, I'm going to end this video with some slow motion, off-season peak posing in front of these mirrors here that we have here. And in an upcoming video very soon, I'm going to be working with John Meadows, and he is going to give me some posing tips for my upcoming bodybuilding show at the end of the year, because that's what all this was about. This whole bulking process for 6 months was to put on more mass before I diet down again. Let's show these mirrors here. Whoa, last part of the video.